Hello, YouTubians. It's Russ Sandlin with your latest installment of Who Wants Some Money? So, as all of you know, there are some banking issues going on around the world. And I am blogging quite often about how expats can preserve their money working offshore. So some of the things that I talk about are how you can preserve your credit and establish your credit if you're offshore. I also talk about taking your veterans benefits to get good products when you come back, like zero down payment mortgages with the FA. I also talk about saving money, not keeping up with all the other expats who like to spend money, but actually saving your money. So today's episode, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in the banking world. We'll also talk about my strategy, and then we'll also talk about who won some money. Today we'll be talking about Dukhan Bank. So first and foremost, as many of you know, Credit Suisse is on the perceip. It's either going to be taken over today or it's going to go under. It's probably going to be bought out by another bank in Switzerland. We had 3 banks last week go insolvent. One of them, Silicon Valley, actually had a bailout, although no one's talking about it. So the FDIC only covers $250,000. So the people that had money in that bank, the government has decided to provide a mechanism to allow them to get all their money out, which, like or not like, that is a bailout. So some pundits are saying that there are up to 180 banks that will be failing in the next 2 to 3 weeks. That might be an extreme on one end. And then there's other people like Dave Ramsey who say no banks are going to go under. It's all a bunch of tinfoil hat people who are just conspiracy people. So I think Dave Ramsey is great on how to manage your credit and debt and get out of debt. But I think he's got this one wrong because I think there will be many more bank failures. The banks are all interlaced, and they have swaps of funds back and forth. They lend to each other, they back each other up, and they have similar or the same customer base. So I think there will be more. How many more, I don't know, but stay tuned. As soon as I see more, I will tell you all about it. But the salient point for you, if you're watching this, and if you're like me, trying to preserve your money, whether you're working offshore or not, you need to have 5 different accounts, at least, in the United States, and 5 different accounts, or at least a handful, somewhere else. How I do it, I've got 5 banks in the U.S. I've got Velocity Credit Union, which is okay. Dover Federal Credit Union, which I've had since 1977. It's okay. I've got Camden National Bank up the road from me in Maine, which is okay. I have USAA, which I've also had since the early 80s, and I love it. They cater to veterans, really good. They also have the best car insurance on the planet. I love them for that. And then last but not least, I have Navy Federal Credit Union. They take care of me. I'm a former Navy reservist, so they take very good care of me. They also are known to have the best credit cards in terms of interest rates and, just they take care of you. I'm not looking to build credit right now, but when I get back to the States, I will probably get a credit card from them just because they're known for being the best. So those are my 5 in the U.S. I also have 5 in Qatar. Now, many of you know that I have a short shelf life here in Qatar. I turn 60 soon, so they're not going to keep me. They have a law that you can't stay here after 60. So I'm looking for a new locale. So if Nomad Capitalist or anybody else is listening to this, please PM me on where you think I should open my bank accounts after I'm done here in Qatar. But until I leave, I have 5 accounts here, and I love the 5 bank accounts that I have. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about it in just a second. Where I'm looking to open bank accounts after I leave, when my contract ends at the end of this year, if I can do it in Dubai without having to live in Dubai and without having to go to Dubai, I'll go to Dubai because I understand they have some pretty good banks there. If I could have kept my banks open here in Qatar, I would, but Qatar requires you to actually live and work here to have a bank account. Unless I spend $500,000 for real estate. That would be the only other option, which is not an option for me. I've heard that Belize has offshore banking, which is not bad. And you don't actually have to go to Belize to open it. So if any of you can give me some suggestions on where to go after I'm done here, I'd love to hear from you. So all my viewers, please tell me, where should I open up a separate jurisdiction bank account or a series of bank accounts when I leave Qatar? So 5 accounts in Qatar that I have. One is Qatar National Bank. It's their national bank. I have my salary go through it. I send my money back to the US through it. Really like them. They're good. They're very good for salary. They're the best for salary accounts. I have a really cool credit card with them too. It's really a debit card, but it's a FIFA World Cup card, which is kind of cool, a collector's edition, I suppose. The second bank that I have that I love is Doha Bank, which I'll be telling you all about their winners as they come, but they give away a lot of money for their savings account. They're also the bank that I go to buy gold at spot, which you may have seen on my last video, I think. Maybe not at spot, sometimes under spot if you're buying a kilo, and there's a lot of changes in the gold price, but it's usually just a little bit over spot. And then the third bank that I have here is QIB. That's Qatar Islamic Bank. Very good bank. They give a lot of money away. I'll be going through who won some money there in another video later this month. And then the fourth bank I have is Ali Bank, which I think I just did a video on, and who won some money there. And then last but not least is Dukhan Bank. And I'm going to talk to you about the winners there right now. So Dukhan Bank is also an Islamic bank, and they give a ton of money away every month. So who wants some money in Dukhan Bank? Well, let me tell you. But before I do that, I'll tell you a little bit about what they say about it. They say that Dukhan Bank, they have their monthly draws. They give away 5,000 Qatar Rial every month, 10,000 Qatar Rial. They're SHEREEFA compliant for savings. What else do they say? They say when they give out the money, when they have these drawings, which are like lottery, like the ball's going up and they pull the ball out. Instead of doing that, they have a drawing that's conducted under the supervision of the Qualitative License and Market Control Department at the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. That's a bit of a mouthful. So that's what they do. And let's see who wants some money with them. I'm going to cover January and February this time. So in January, Mabruk to Jassim Al-Mejali. He won 1,000 Qatar Rial. So for my public school education, I think that means $270,000 US, which is not bad. And then coming in February, another 2 people won, I don't know, let's see, they won 10,000 Qatar Rial. Asmaa Al-Qadari and Anas BADAWY. They both won 10,000 Qatar Rial, which again is $2,700. Not bad. And then they had like 50 people that won 5,000 Qatar Rial. Not kidding. I'll put it in the notes below so you can see it for yourself. But 5,000, that's $1,350, and they gave it to like 50 people. So they're giving a lot of money away. So that's January and February for Dukhan Bank. So really impressive amounts of money. They've also given some money away in March, but I'll wait till the end of March to tell you who won what. But they give a lot of money away each and every month. Now, if I go through and look at the names, to be honest, almost all of them look like they're either locals, Qatari citizens, or somebody from another Arab country. And that makes sense. It's an Islamic bank, so most of the people that gravitate towards Dukhan Bank probably like it because it's SHEREEFA compliant, so that makes sense to me. I am looking to see if any American-sounding people won, or Filipinos. Don't see any. I see a couple people that may be of Indian nationality, but not seeing anybody of European extract or other European countries, unfortunately. But maybe I'll have my lucky day soon. We'll see. So just to recap, everybody, please keep an eye on the news. My dad had no idea that the banks were having issues last week. He lives in central Maine, and he lost his this power for a few days. And so he had no idea. So I'm trying to get a hold of him. Hey, Dad, if you have over 250, you got to move it around and even it out. And he's like, why? When I finally got a hold of him, I said, because of the three banks that went under. So if you have more than $250,000, open up a few more bank accounts and distribute the wealth among other bank accounts, and do your due diligence and make sure that you're putting it in banks that are probably in business for a long time and are of good reputation. You know, I mean, I don't know if you like Wells or Chase or Bank of America, but I would suspect that they probably aren't as at high a risk of going under, but you just never know. But I would say the FDIC is still there, so keep it under $250,000. And if you have a lot more money than that, I don't know what to tell you. I buy gold and silver. I don't have a lot, but I buy gold and silver. So if you have more than 250,000 and you don't want to open up more bank accounts, then make sure that you're buying a lot of junk silver, gold, putting it in your own safe somewhere that you don't tell anybody about in your house. Don't put it somewhere else. And have some cash on hand. Put it under your mattress. And again, don't tell anybody you did it. I like Swiss francs. You can get yourself a 1,000 Swiss franc, which is the same as $1,000, and it's one bill instead of 10 hundreds. So you can put that one bill in your shoe, you know, if stuff goes sideways, as they say. So please, everybody, like and sub my channel and stay tuned, because if there's any other bank issues, I'll be the first to announce it. And I'll keep bringing you some feedback of the things that I'm doing. So I wish you all the best, and make it a great day.